Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. Finished up the metal roof on the sawmill shed. Now we're going to do a little prep work and clean up to the sawmill itself. I'm going to pour a little concrete, and so I need to prep for that. And when I do that, I'm going to finish pouring the apron for the barn. So I'll show you what we got going. I cleaned out some of the sawdust here with the skid steer, but I have someone that wants some clean dry sawdust, so I'm going to try to save some of this. And then as you mill, all kinds of debris gets down in there, which looks like it's compacted some, so it's not as bad as it was, but pull out debris out of here. And between these two posts here, this is going to be, I want to put a concrete slab in this portion. This is going to get sided, so this will become a little shed storage room for for all the stuff we have out here while we're working. And then the last thing I'm going to do is frame up a catwalk here. I think I'm going to make it about 30 inches wide, and so when I'm milling, we're walking down concrete. So that's the next project. I wanted to show you how the roof turned out with that black felt paper. Most of those joints were pretty tight, so the boards have shrunk some. I think it turned out awesome. All right, we got us all cleaned up. Looks real nice. Thanks to Austin, my nephew visiting from Spokane. Yep. Lift your chin up there. Got a neck tattoo. Very nice. My sister Shelly's son. So appreciate that. And so next thing we got to do is determine an elevation of where we want this concrete slab. So there'll be one in that far section there, and then we're thinking about 40 inches walkway down through this area here. All right, we've been playing with the transit, and we're gonna go, this is the top of slab, and this point was the tallest, and so 1 inch above where I poured these concrete, and then that's gonna set the grade for all of the concrete. So we're gonna go down 8 inches. We're gonna put some gravel in, compact it, then put some sand in, compact it, form it up, rebar, pour.
Let's get it.
Let's get it done. Back at it again this morning. That's that pier that we are marking as top of grade, that black line there. And so we did a good job. Austin was a big help getting most of the material out. I just need to do maybe a little more cleanup. Haven't really decided to do with this corner down here, but need some cleanup there. Maybe just a little bit more material out of there. Everything is just a little bit below the 8-inch excavation that we wanted, so moving along.
Don't give yourself away, my darling. Give yourself the grace to grow from yesterday. There's always room to change. Don't put your love to cage. Put your pen to page and write your soul away. There's always room to change. It's your dinner and your short brown hair, your rhythm. It gets me where I wanna be. So dance with me. I'll never slept so easily.
Well, I feel pretty comfortable with the elevation or the excavation that I got down. I'm a little over 8 inches everywhere from my top of slab. So my next step, and then I went in and compacted that. And so the next thing is I'm going to bring about 2 inches of gravel in and then compact that, and then I have a pile of sand, 2 inches of that, and that'll bring me to about a 4-inch slab. I feel a little lost without Eric out here. Eric is definitely my dirt expert. Most of the time I just defer to him because he's done so much of it, but taking what I learned from him, and I know this isn't, I don't need to do a perfect job on this. It is just a sawmill cover, but I just trying to do an okay job. It doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the gravel. It's not perfectly flat, but it's pretty good. It's compacted well. So I think while I have room, I'm going to work on the boards for underneath the sawmill here, just since that's a little tricky, and then I can do it when the gravel's in there and not when the sand's in there. And so I'm marking these pieces to elevation, and I'm out here working by myself, so I came up with a little system. Seems like it's working.
I feel the high tide shift, it's time to move the hip. I feel the cold, cold water dancing on my lips. I feel that beat deep down, it's moving me around. I'm gonna dance forever till I hear the sound. I got a red light outside.
So then it's a little hard on some of those because that's right at the edge, but I'll be able to see those marks, and then bring the batter board, no, or the screed board right up to the bottom of that line.
Great men running straight into the sea.
Well, I'm getting the scree board, I think is what it's called, for the concrete, and these are just kind of time consuming. Of course, if you would have planned ahead and thought you wanted to walkway, it'd have been much easier, but basically I'm screwing it to that beam there, putting an extra 2x4 down below so the concrete, if there is some, can go out the back without getting in the way. And then I'm basically clamping that transom level to 0. It's annoying, it beeps the whole time, but then I'm using the level to make sure that it's straight, so or plumb and level, all that. So anyway, I got I've been going around. I got 2 of these done. I got the back side of that done, and this one here, I just took that brace off and put it in. That's going to be sacrificial because I'm not going to be able to get that back out, which I'm fine with. I got 2 left, hoping to get that done before the day's done, and I'll be pretty happy with that. Well, I got all of the boards in. Probably a better way to do that. And of course, if I would have planned ahead and thought I was going to do all this stuff when I set the sawmill up, it would have been way easier, but it is what it is. They are all at grade, slab grade, and I should be able to scree off of those. So that's what I was hoping. We're going to pour this ourselves, and so we'll give that a try. So the next thing I got to do is put sand in, and then put the outside forms up. That little corner needs a detail there, but most of the time consuming stuff is done, so that's good. Sunday afternoon, so I'm calling it. I appreciate you watching. I would like to start sawing logs as soon as possible, but I just got to get through some of these last things to completion. I wanted to close in this shed at the end of the sawmill cover, and before I do that, I got to do the concrete, so one leads to another. I'm real close to sharing plans on the barn, so that'll be something different that will be coming up within the next couple weeks. So a lot of lumber in that. I got a cut list just recently. It's impressive and daunting, but appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time. I'm just going to finish up preparing for this concrete, and should be able to do that next week. I'm going to order concrete tomorrow.
Don't give yourself away, my darling. Give yourself the grace to grow from